Welcome back, everybody, to another fun gear review. And today, I got in my mailbox this morning my Roxon Companion. I haven't even opened the package yet. So, without further ado, let's get into this. So there's the box that come in. Very nice, very nice. Okay, let's take a look at the box real quick. And I got this part of their pre-sale. I'm going to have to look at my stuff. I think it was under $50 if I remember right. Okay, let's get it out and take a look. Oh, box pulls out like that. Almost like a funky box of cigarettes. But that's all, folks. I'm so excited, sorry. When I get excited, I can't talk. Alright. Okay. Oh, some instructions. Alright. Alright. Well, let's look at the instructions. I think we start, yeah, there's number 1. So give you a look at those. They give you another one of those wrenches. Look at all those optional tools. Okay, before I open this, I'm going to read this real quick, and I'll be right back with you. I had some time to read through the directions. It's pretty similar to the Flex. So, without further ado, let's get it out. It's got a little weight to it. Oh, it's locked. Let me unlock it. There we go. Look at that blade. It's definitely got an edge to it. Redneck sharpness test. Well, that's some hair on there. So it'll definitely cut that. Let me grab a piece of paper and give it a try. Got a piece of phone book paper right here. Yeah. Yeah. So the blade did come nice and sharp. That's good. Let's take a look at all the tools, because this comes preloaded. So you got your scissors, saw, this small reamer blade, depth gauge with the little file, and D2 steel main blade. And then on this side, how do we get that out? Oh, there it is. You got your changeable screwdriver tip, and that's 1/4 inch. So that'll work. Oh, got a pretty decently strong magnet. It's not coming out unless you pull it out. It's got a pretty good grip on it. So you should be able to use that with any other 1/4 inch bit. That is pretty cool. Heck yeah. But how do I unlock that side? I kind of glossed over that out. I'm in such a hurry to get my hands on this. Let me read the directions here real quick and figure out how to unlock this. So it has a liner lock right there. I didn't even notice it until I set it down and was looking through the directions. I looked over. So very good positive lock up on that. Heck yeah. I love these scales, the texture. Very grippy. Now for a size comparison, Here is my Swiss Army knife Huntsman. They're very similar in size. So if you're used to carrying something like this in your pocket, it isn't that big of a difference. Okay, just as many layers, just as thick. Now, one of the cool things with this is they threw in two new tools. The comb, we're going to get that out here in a minute, and this guy, which holds an ink pen, sewing needle, and tweezers. So let's open those up because they're shrink wrapped. Okay, got these out of the shrink wrap. Let's get them out. I'm liking that. Now what I'm doing off camera is I'm growing my beard back out. I was just running this comb through my beard, and it ain't snagging or anything. There's no sharp edges that I can feel. So that's good. That's awesome. And I think I'm going to change out one of the tools in here for the comb. Scissors, saw. I really don't need the reamer awl. So, just like on the flex, you push that all the way back. I should be able to pop that out. There it is. And I will pop this guy right in like that. Boom. So now, if I want, I have a comb. How cool is that? Okay. Now, most of these other tools I would normally leave in here, but I'm going to take the depth gauge and stuff out, and we're going to try putting this guy in there. And we're going to see how this works out. Now this has our ink pen. It's got a little cap there on the ink pen. That's nice. There's our tweezers. And they're pretty small. Each of these squares is 1 inch or 2.54 centimeters. And it looks like it's 1 3/4 inches. I'll put the metric equivalent up there because I can't calculate it in my head right now. I'm too excited. And you got a little sewing needle, which is pretty nice. Excuse my dirty hands. I've been out working outside. When I checked mail and saw this, I said, I gotta go in and start filming immediately. Oh, look at that. You can see how far the ink pen goes in. Let me get a piece of paper to try the ink pen out. Okay, got us a piece of paper here. Let's take this out. Let's take that little cap off. That stuff is on there like almost like glue. There we go. Okay, let's give it a try. Oh, look at that. It works. Pretty small though. But you can stick it the other way in this holder like this, and this holder gives you something a little bit bigger to hold on to. So yeah, that'll do. Then when you're done with it, reverse it, put it back in. Now the only downside to this tool is it takes 2 slots. It's thicker. So if I was to put it in here, I'd have to eliminate 2 tools out of here. still pretty freaking cool. Now, this is my initial unboxing. What I'm going to do now, you know, there's one other thing I got to do. Let me get a pair of jeans and we'll slip this in there and see how that rides in a pair of jeans. So I have a pair of jeans here. We got our Roxon Companion. We'll go see how it rides in the jeans. Okay, there you go. Rides nice and deep. I'm digging that. Heck yeah. I'm going to slip it in the jeans I'm wearing right now. I want to see how it feels. I already see I'm going to have to modify this clip a little bit. It's nice and stiff, but I'm having problems getting it on. Let me take my flex and see if I can bend this tip up just a hair. Perfect. Got it. You know, it's not bad. It's a little thick. I've been rocking the Huntsman here with this clip, and it's very similar in thickness, so it feels very much the same, but I think I can get used to it because it's a little bit deeper in the pocket than my Huntsman was. So, yeah, definitely nice. I'm digging that blade. Nice and sharp. Okay. This is my initial unboxing, my initial impressions. I'm very happy with what I got. I'm going to carry this for the next 2 weeks minimum before I come back and finish this video and give you my thoughts. But right out of the box, you know, not rattling too much. Good news is you can adjust this just like you can the Flex with that wrench. Heck yeah. So I will come back in 2 weeks and give you my opinion. I will see you then. I have been carrying the Roxon Companion now for about 2 weeks. And I really like it. When I go to work, I remove the main blade and I remove the awl type blade, and I put in this guy that has the ink pen, tweezers, and sewing needle. And now, because at my work I can't have a blade, I'm compliant at work. I just leave these in my truck. Retension it with the wrench that they give you. I love it. And then when I'm outside of work, I pop these back in, this comes out. I've used the ink pen several times. You know, at first I thought I'm not going to like the ink pen. But since you know, you can turn it inside out like that and write with it, even when it's inserted. In fact, when I find when it's inserted into the body here, I'll show you, it's even easier to use it. Pop these blades out, because this takes 2 spaces. Okay, so we have it like that. I find that holding it like this, you know, my handwriting sucks. I'm a guy. But it works well. And I didn't think I would like this that much, but I actually do. And if anybody's wondering, these are Schmidt D1s. You can find them on Amazon, and they come in other colors. I really like the comb. I'm growing my beard out. It's winter. And I always, you know, always find myself combing my beard out. It's hilarious. So, overall, I like the Companion. Just like the Flex, if you don't get the tension here correct, you're going to have problems. And it takes a little bit of playing. Like when I just switched this stuff out, now the tension's like really loose. But if I put this back in, what I had in there, let me show you. So I had the all type blade, or reamer. Okay. And I had the D2 knife. Which, by the way, you should use this plastic cover when you're inserting that so you don't cut yourself. Alright, so I have that stuff back in there. Now the tension is a lot stronger. I mean, if I shake it hard enough, I can shake it out. But the light shaking, it's not coming out. The blade deploys about the right tension I want. It works. I only have one complaint, and that complaint is that we don't have a toothpick with this. Now, I know what you're saying. What the hell, dude? A toothpick? Really? You're going to complain about not having a toothpick? Yes, I am. Okay, my Huntsman. I have this toothpick here. And you would be surprised at the number of uses that I have for that toothpick beyond picking something out of my teeth after eating. One of the big uses I use the Swiss Army knife toothpick for is when I got to get a button battery out of something like a wristwatch, or my calipers use a button battery. I have a little battery checker that uses a button battery, and I'm always popping stuff like that out with these, toothpick. And I would love to see a toothpick on here. In fact, I would love somebody to come up with scales, custom scales, and have a toothpick right in here, just like the Swiss Army knife does. And that's the other thing. Let's get some custom scales. Black is great. Don't get me wrong. These are textured. They're awesome. But I want to see some custom scales. I would love glow-in-the-dark scales to make this high visibility. Okay? That's what I want to see in the future. I don't know if Roxon is going to do it or somebody aftermarket is going to do it. If you're aware of somebody aftermarket already offering stuff like this for the Flex or the Companion, please hit me up in the comments. Let me know. Alright? That's my biggest complaint. I want a toothpick, dang it. Other than that, I think this is the bleeding edge of how fat you want a tool like this to get for comfort when holding it. There's really no hot spots, and I thought as boxy as it was going to be that I was going to have hot spots holding it, but there isn't. At least none that I can, I mean, what are you going to be doing with this? It's like a pocket knife, basically. I think if they make one, a bigger one and they start making this wider to hold more tools, that you're going to run into issues. And coincidentally, it's the same thickness as my Huntsman. So I think we're at the bleeding edge of how big it can get and still be comfortable in the hand. Other than that, I'm really digging this. Victorinox better wake up and smell the coffee, because I'm telling you, being able to change your tools out and reconfigure this is going to be the future of all multi-tools. I guarantee it, because there's so many places now where you cannot take a blade. They will confiscate it from you. And then you're out however, $50, $100, whatever it costs. With this, I can give up that blade and buy just the blade. Okay? Or I can pre-configure it, since I know I'm going into a place like that, with just the ink pen and stuff. So, Victronox, you better wake up. Because right now, Roxon is small. They're a small company. They're not nearly as big or have the name recognition that Victronox does. But I think that's going to change over the next decade or so. If Victronox was to come out with their version, you know, in a year or two, and it was just as good as this, I'd be on here raving about it. But they haven't done that. And as far as I know, there's no signs of them doing that. So until then, for me, this is a winner. I just got to figure out how to add a toothpick to it. All right? So that's my opinion, my thoughts. If you have one, let me know in the comments what you think of it so far. I recommend it, but just understand you're going to have to play with that tension with the wrench before you get it the way you want it. When I change tools out, I'm always adjusting the tension. All right? Thank you for watching. Everybody have a wonderful night. James.